I yield to him as much time as he may consume.
Thank you. You know, as a new congressman back in January, I was never prouder than when I took this floor to take part in reading the United States Constitution. That day I brought with me to the podium a copy of the Constitution that I carry in my pocket every day. Ronald Reagan, in his farewell address to the American people in January of 1989, said this: "Ours was the first revolution in the history of mankind that truly reversed the course of government, and with three little words, we the people." We tell the government what to do, President Reagan stated. It does not tell us. A simple phrase, we the people, put down by our founding fathers who defined self-government. Self-government. Those words ring true. I think daily about that government that they formed. A limited government, one with powers for each branch that are clearly spelled out in this document, clearly defined. And you know, we're a long ways from the limited government and the limited and enumerated powers that they strive to corral. I'm concerned that we don't read and study the United States Constitution enough in our public schools like we used to when I grew up. I'm worried that we, the people, don't know or remember why our founding fathers divided power into three separate branches of government, why they defined the powers of each, and why they were inclined to spell out our liberties in a Bill of Rights. You know, they formed this government that's lasted well over 200 years. But after they formed that government, they decided that they better spell out the liberties. In fact, they had to do that in order to have the states ratify this great document. Everywhere I travel around my beloved Palmetto State and around this country, I ask folks, what are your First Amendment rights? And almost to a person, they mostly answer freedom of speech. But you know, let me remind you here today that the first thing our founding fathers addressed was your freedom of religion. In fact, the first sentence in the First Amendment of the United States Constitution says this. It says, "Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, nor prohibiting the free exercise thereof." They do that before they address your freedom of speech, before they address your freedom of the press, before they address your right to peacefully assemble or your right to petition this government for redress of grievances. Folks, I remind you that our freedoms are slowly being eroded in this country, and I believe that we as Americans need to get back to doing what we did in that first week in this United States Congress, and that's take this document out. Read it. Understand what our founding fathers were trying to do when they said, we the people will govern ourselves. I yield back. Thank you.
Thank you.